Hello, thank you for inviting me. The retaliation from Beijing is, of course, is widely expected, and also the Beijing also expected the Donald Trump will have the launch the tariffs. So what we should focus on the retaliation policies from Beijing. That is those items just like the LNG, the petroleum, the coal, or even the so-called pickup trucks, like the agricultural machinery are not the. I would say this it is not the main items that would hurt the American economy, because what the United States import most from China is the cell phones and computers and the electronic products and so on. And those, if China would retaliate and impose a high tariff, that would hurt the America a lot. But this time, China does not put those items in the tariff in this round of tariff. That means Xi Jinping would like to bide some time and would like to hear what Donald Trump would offer and see, so that that would create a room for China to negotiate with the United States. And on the United States side, of course, it is an additional 10% for the tariffs, and Donald Trump, as we are seeing, as what he did in Canada and Mexico. Donald Trump is also would like to hear what Xi Jinping would offer. So that's why for this round, the United States tariffs and also the retaliation from Beijing, it is not really not that strong, but we are seeing they may escalate, or they may and also there's just a test and a trial, and see what the other parties would offer, so that they could end this war as soon as possible.
Sir, Mexico and Canada received temporary exemptions from U.S. tariffs after making security concessions. Could China negotiate similar relief, or is this unlikely, sir?
Okay. There are some previous reports, media reports, that China may
Negotiate?
offer. Okay, yeah, may offer some negotiation points. Some media report says maybe China would like to let the TikTok not to escalate the TikTok into the national security level, to just let it to downgrade to just a business level. That means it implies maybe China would like the American to take half of the TikTok, and also the China may also may not devaluate the renminbi to tackle the U.S. tariffs. Okay, of course, it is just media reports, maybe some rumors. We cannot take it as a truth, but I would say for in terms of the Washington, the China's problem is much more complicated than Mexico and Canada, because both Mexico and Canada, their economies rely on U.S. a lot, but not for China. Okay, of course, China export a lot to the U.S., but China has its own market, and it's another market to Europe, to Russia, to the global South and developing economies. So that's why it is much more difficult for the U.S. to try to pressure the Beijing to accept its offer. It could be a very short time to end this war, but it could also take a very long time for both sides to negotiate, or even both sides to just disagree and then escalate, to create an economic turmoil for this year. Yeah, it would be possible.
Okay, sir, given China's diversified trade network, and of course, this is one of the biggest when we come to say problems or trade wars between the United States and China, which China is supposed to be on top of course, the economy of the United States, and both are a win-win situation. How effective will these countermeasures be in offsetting the economic impact of U.S. tariffs?
Okay, so in the short term, the depreciation of renminbi would be a short-term solutions for China to offset the U.S. tariffs, because in a very limited time, China could not find another so-called developed market to absorb those products, the electronic products and the EVs. So that's why the depreciation would be a short-term solution. And also, it is a very effective way for the, not to say the offset the US tariffs, but also to raise its competitiveness for the Chinese goods around the world, because for other currencies, other Asian currencies, they also depreciate because of the appreciation of the US currency. So that's why Beijing already have the very high incentive to depreciate its own currencies to raise its competitiveness of the Chinese products. It would a very short term, but of course in the long term, it would be quite difficult, because the foundation between two countries, I mean, the relations of the two countries are getting deteriorated. I don't see any hope for the relations, for the China-U.S. relations to improve, because it is just structural. Both countries are competing structurally in terms of economic power, in terms of military power, in terms of which country trying to design the world order, to create and control the rule of the economic
Okay,
order.
sir, before we wrap up, sir, thank you. I just wanted to ask you, and please, a quick answer, because I have to wrap up this segment. China has filed a complaint with the World Trade Organization over U.S. tariffs. What impact might this have on ongoing trade tensions? Of course, sir, in light of the reasons behind what Donald Trump, or the claims by Donald Trump, or the tariffs imposed by Donald Trump, which we don't see, or nobody sees any reason for at this point, and that the relationship between China and the United States was a win-win situation, of course, and good for both economies.
I would say it is just a procedure for China to file a complaint through WTO, but I don't think Donald Trump would care of it, because as we see, Donald Trump just hates the international organizations. He hates the WHO. He hates the United Nations. Of course, he would just simply ignore the WTO. So it is just a way for China to show, okay, yes, it is the Washington break the knot, not on the side of the Beijing.